Your soulmate's final confession will leave you speechless. Archangel Michael says, there comes a moment in every soul's journey when the heart begins to whisper truths that the mind tried to bury. Tonight is one of those moments. A revelation has been set in motion, not from this world, but from the spiritual realm that watches over your destiny. The one who shares a divine connection with you, your true soulmate, has been wrestling with emotions that words could never fully contain. And now, the time has come for their heart to speak, through signs, through energy, through the invisible bond that still ties you together. You may have felt it recently, a sudden rush of emotion for no reason, a soft ache in your chest, dreams that feel too real to ignore, or a familiar warmth brushing past your spirit in the quiet of the night. These are not coincidences. This is the beginning of a message that has traveled across dimensions to reach you. Archangel Michael says, this confession carries power, the kind that mends wounds, ends silence, and begins new chapters. Your soulmate has been silent not because they stopped caring, but because they couldn't find the strength to face the truth of their own heart. They thought that by staying away, they were protecting you. They believed that silence was safer than breaking both of your hearts again. But the truth has been haunting them every day. In every sunrise they watched alone, in every quiet moment when your memory came flooding back. They have tried to move on, to distract themselves, to find the version of peace that doesn't involve you, but Archangel Michael says, the soul cannot lie. When two souls are destined, no amount of distance, no number of days, no walls of pride can keep them apart forever. You might wonder why you're hearing this now, after all this time. Because the divine clock has struck the hour of truth. The angels have intervened. The universe can no longer allow this silence to continue. Your soulmate has reached the edge of their endurance. They are tired of pretending they don't feel what they feel. They are tired of wearing masks, tired of fighting destiny. There's a letter written in their heart, invisible, unspoken, but real. It begins like this: I thought I could forget you, but I was wrong. Every time I close my eyes, I see you. Every time I try to breathe, your name fills my lungs. I thought I was protecting you by staying away, but the truth is, I've been dying a little more every day without you. You were never just a chapter in my life, you were the whole story. Archangel Michael says, these words are not merely human. They are soul language, the kind that's born from divine contracts made long before you were born. You and your soulmate chose each other in the higher realms, agreeing to meet again in this life to heal, to grow, to remember what love really means. But love on earth is not always easy. Sometimes pain becomes the teacher. Sometimes distance becomes the mirror that shows us how deep the connection truly is. Your soulmate's journey has been one of awakening. They had to lose you to realize they never truly had themselves. They had to walk through darkness to understand what light feels like. And now, they're ready to admit that they can't keep running from the truth any longer. There's something they want to tell you, something they've been afraid to say. They never stopped loving you. Even when pride built walls, even when circumstances pulled you apart, even when they pretended not to care, they still looked for you in every face, in every dream, in every passing breeze. Archangel Michael says, this confession is not about the past, it's about destiny reclaiming its path. Because no matter how many lifetimes it takes, twin souls always find their way back. The pull between you is magnetic, sacred, unbreakable. And even now, their energy reaches for you, wanting forgiveness, wanting peace, wanting one more chance to make things right. You may feel their emotions as your own. Their longing, their sorrow, their hope, all reflected within your heart. It's because your souls are communicating beyond words. You can sense when they're thinking of you, can't you? Those moments when your heart beats faster for no reason, when you feel the need to look at your phone, or when a song suddenly brings tears to your eyes. That's them. That's their soul calling out to yours. Archangel Michael says, do not be afraid of these emotions. Do not suppress them. Let them flow. They are guiding you toward truth, toward understanding, toward reunion, whether in this lifetime or another. What matters is the love that never ended. Your soulmate's confession continues like a whisper across time. There were nights I cried your name into my pillow. I kept your messages, your memories, your laughter, all hidden, but never forgotten. Every time I saw someone smile the way you used to, I felt the ache again. I tried to forget you, but forgetting you was like trying to erase the stars from the sky. You live inside me, and I don't know how to let you go, maybe I never will. Archangel Michael says, there are angels surrounding both of you right now, wrapping their wings around your hearts to bring comfort, healing, and courage. Because soon, the universe will create an opportunity, a divine alignment where paths cross again, when timing finally says yes. But to prepare for that moment, you must first let go of fear. Fear is what kept your soulmate silent. Fear of rejection. Fear of repeating mistakes. Fear of being too vulnerable. But the angels are helping them find their voice again. They are helping you find your faith again. Because when divine love calls, it demands courage, the kind that says, even if it hurts, I'll face it. You've both been learning lessons. Patience, forgiveness, understanding. You've both been sculpted by time, by pain, by growth. And Archangel Michael says, the person you are now is finally ready to receive the love you always deserved, the love that's equal, kind, true, and destined. Your soulmate's heart aches for redemption. They have replayed every memory, every choice, every word they wish they could take back. They have watched your silence turn into strength, your sadness into grace, your distance into mystery. And that's what has finally broken their walls. They now see you not just as the one they lost, but as the one they can never replace. In their silence, they have prayed for a second chance, even if it's just to say sorry. They dream of standing before you, not as the person they were, but as the person they've become. Someone ready to love without fear, without ego, without running. Archangel Michael says, you will know when that moment comes. It won't need words. It will be in the way your souls recognize each other again, in the way the air shifts, the heart races, and time seems to pause. Because when two souls are meant to be, even silence becomes sacred. Even separation becomes a bridge. And as this divine confession unfolds, you may start feeling lighter, calmer, more certain. That's because you are receiving healing from the angels through these very words. They are clearing old wounds, replacing doubt with peace. You are being guided to release the past. Not to forget it, but to transform it into wisdom. Archangel Michael says, this confession was never meant to hurt you, it's meant to free you. To remind you that love is eternal, and that even when people walk away, their souls remain connected to yours in unseen ways. Archangel Michael says, your soulmate's silence has been a storm within their spirit. Every night, they've wrestled with the memories they can't erase, your voice echoing in their heart, your touch lingering like a ghost they cannot release. They tried to build a life without you, but every time they looked into another's eyes, they saw your reflection staring back. This confession is not born from weakness. It's born from awakening. Your soulmate has finally understood what you meant to them, not just a person, but a divine mirror, a teacher, a reminder of the light they once forgot how to hold. You changed them in ways you'll never fully know. There were nights when they whispered your name into the darkness, asking the heavens for one more chance to make things right. And Archangel Michael says, those whispers did not vanish. The angels carried them. Every tear, every plea, every regret, all have been heard in the higher realms. That's why you're hearing this message now. The divine realm is answering the call. They know you've been hurt. They know your heart has questioned everything. Why did they leave? Why did they not fight for me? Why did love fade into silence? Archangel Michael says, the answers were never meant to punish you, but to prepare you. Because sometimes, the soul you love most must first learn to heal itself before it can love you the way you deserve. Your soulmate's confession continues, not through spoken words, but through the energy that has surrounded you lately. Have you noticed how songs seem to speak directly to your situation? How certain numbers repeat themselves. How dreams feel like messages instead of imagination. These are the signs of alignment. The universe is whispering, they're thinking of you. You might feel a sudden warmth across your chest or an unexpected calmness in your thoughts. That's the vibration of their love reaching you. The angels are allowing their energy to touch yours, gently, carefully, to remind you that the bond is alive, even across distance. Archangel Michael says, your soulmate's confession is not just an apology. It's a promise. A promise that no matter what happened before, they are willing to face their truth now. They are ready to take responsibility for the pain, for the distance, for the walls they built. They want to rebuild from honesty, from faith, from love that has been tested and purified by time. They want to say, I never meant to hurt you. I was scared of the depth of what I felt for you, scared of how much power you had over my heart. I told myself I didn't need you, but every day without you proved me wrong. You live in my thoughts, in my dreams, in my quiet moments. You are my calm and my chaos, my mistake and my miracle. I love you, still, and perhaps even more than before. The angels say that hearing this truth might awaken deep emotions within you. You may cry, or smile, or feel an ache that words can't describe. That's healing. That's your soul recognizing the truth it has always known. You and your soulmate are reflections of each other. Every wound you both carry mirrors the lessons you came here to learn. But this time, things are different. The divine timing that once kept you apart is now shifting. The energy is clearing. The karmic lessons are nearly complete. Archangel Michael says, this is the moment of transformation, when love moves from pain into purpose, from confusion into clarity. Your soulmate is preparing for a new beginning, one that's built on truth, not illusion. They are learning how to love with presence, how to listen without defense, how to cherish instead of control. They are ready to show up for you in a way they never could before. And you, too, are being prepared to open your heart again, to trust again, to receive what once felt impossible. Archangel Michael says, do not rush the process. Allow it to unfold naturally. When love is divine, it doesn't need to be forced. The universe will weave the right moments, the right words, the right signs. For now, focus on your healing. Forgive what's behind you, and embrace what's ahead. Your soulmate's confession deepens in spirit. I've tried to forget you in 1,000 ways, but every attempt only brought me closer to you. You're the rhythm my soul dances to, even when I try to stop the music. I thought distance would fade what I feel, but it only made your presence stronger. You're the reason I still believe in destiny. Archangel Michael says, this love is not ordinary. It's ancient, eternal, and sacred. You've met this soul in other lifetimes. Shared laughter, tears, and promises that carried across centuries. That's why your connection feels so intense. It's not just attraction, it's remembrance. Even now, as you read these words, your soulmate feels the pull, as if something inside them is calling them home. And in the stillness, they whisper, please don't give up on me. I'm finding my way back. Archangel Michael says, you will soon see signs of movement, perhaps a message, a dream, or a coincidence that feels too perfect to dismiss. When that happens, trust it. It's not random. It's the divine alignment between two souls who are finally ready to meet again, no longer as broken halves, but as whole beings who have found their truth. For now, the angels ask you to hold space, to breathe, to hope, to trust the unseen. The universe has never forgotten what was written for you. The love that belongs to you cannot be taken away. It may be delayed, reshaped, or tested, but it will never disappear. Archangel Michael says, open your heart tonight. Speak softly to the heavens. Tell your soulmate what you've been afraid to say, even if only in your mind. Because in the language of souls, every thought is heard, every emotion is felt. Your words will reach them, and they will feel it. The confession ends not with finality, but with a beginning, a promise of reunion, a return of balance, a moment when all that was lost will find its way back to you in divine timing. And when that happens, you will understand why the waiting was necessary, why the pain was sacred, why the silence was the space where transformation bloomed. For now, let this truth settle in your heart: you are loved beyond comprehension. You are remembered, cherished, and seen, not only by your soulmate, but by the divine forces that protect you. The angels have already begun to arrange what's meant for you. Every obstacle is being cleared, every delay is serving a purpose. Love is on its way, not the uncertain kind, but the kind that stays. And as Archangel Michael's light surrounds you now, he whispers one last truth: love never leaves, it only evolves until both hearts are ready to receive it again. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, the story between you and your soulmate is not over, it is simply shifting into its next chapter. The confession that began as a whisper from the unseen world has now become a melody that plays through your heart. Each note carries emotion, memory, and destiny woven together in divine rhythm. Your soulmate feels the weight of every moment they were silent. They carry the memory of every word left unspoken, every chance they let slip away. But now, something within them has awakened. The energy that once kept them trapped in confusion has started to dissolve, and their heart is opening, slowly, cautiously, but truthfully. They have been receiving dreams about you. Some nights, they wake with tears in their eyes, unsure if it was real or not. They feel your energy beside them, the same comfort they used to feel when you were near. Archangel Michael says, this is no illusion, your souls are communicating again. The distance between you is no longer physical, it's only a lesson that is finishing its purpose. Your soulmate's confession continues: you were the one who saw the light in me before I could see it myself. You loved me when I was lost, when I didn't even love who I was. I pushed you away because I didn't think I deserved someone like you. But every day since, I've learned that running from love only makes the ache deeper. You were never my weakness, you were my healing. Archangel Michael says, their heart is being guided back toward you, but not in the same way it once was. This time, they are being guided to love with truth, not attachment, not fear, but gratitude. They finally understand that love is not about possession, but connection, not about control, but surrender. You may have wondered if they ever think of you as much as you think of them. The angels say yes, more than you can imagine. When they see something beautiful, their first instinct is to wish you were there to see it too. When they laugh, they wish you could hear it. And in quiet moments, when the world falls away, it's your name that still hums softly in their heart. There's a reason you've both gone through this long season of separation. Archangel Michael says, your souls needed to learn individually what could not be learned together. The universe separated you not as punishment, but as preparation. Every tear, every silent night, every unanswered question, all were steps leading both of you toward higher love. Your soulmate's confession grows deeper. I thought love was supposed to be easy. I didn't understand that sometimes the hardest love is the truest. You taught me what it means to be brave, to be honest, to face the parts of myself I didn't want to see. I've made peace with my past, but the one thing I can't make peace with is the thought of never telling you how much you changed me. Archangel Michael says, love like this is eternal because it's written in divine ink. You were never a coincidence in each other's lives, you were chosen. Souls like yours meet not by chance, but by cosmic design. Every lifetime, you are drawn back together to heal what was unfinished, to evolve closer to unconditional love. Even if your soulmate hasn't yet spoken these words aloud, their energy is calling you. Sometimes, it comes as warmth in your chest. Sometimes as a sudden urge to look toward the sky, or a whisper of their name that crosses your mind for no reason. That's them, sending their confession through the veil, praying you'll feel it. You are being asked now to forgive, not for their sake, but for your own peace. Forgiveness is not saying that what happened was right, it's saying, I choose to no longer carry this weight. The moment you release that heaviness, you make space for new blessings to arrive. Archangel Michael says, your soulmate's journey toward you will not be forced. It will unfold naturally, through divine orchestration. But in the meantime, you must focus on yourself, your joy, your dreams, your healing. When you shine your light, they will find their way home to it. Their confession continues, I've spent so long trying to be strong, pretending that I've moved on. But every version of happiness I try to build without you feels incomplete. I miss your laughter. I miss your understanding. I miss the way you believed in me when I didn't deserve it. You are my unfinished sentence, my open sky, my favorite memory that refuses to fade. Archangel Michael says, the heavens have already prepared the moment when your paths will cross again. It may not be today or tomorrow, but it will happen when both hearts are ready, when pain no longer controls you, when love feels safe again. In that moment, words will not be needed. You'll look at each other, and everything will make sense. The silence will speak louder than anything else. You'll realize that even apart, you were still connected by invisible threads of destiny. Until then, Archangel Michael says, hold your head high. You are not waiting in emptiness, you are waiting in purpose. The universe is aligning everything, from the smallest detail to the greatest miracle, to bring the two of you into balance. You may feel tired of hoping, tired of wondering if this connection is real. The angels assure you, it is. Love this deep never fades. It only transforms, preparing both souls for a reunion that is pure and lasting. Their confession draws to a close, but not in despair. Instead, it ends with gratitude, the kind that only awakened souls can feel. Thank you for being the one who showed me what real love is. Even if I never find the courage to say these words to you in person, know that my heart has always belonged to you. You've lived in my thoughts, walked in my dreams, and shaped the person I've become. I will carry your love with me, always. Archangel Michael says, this confession is not just theirs, it is also yours. Your souls are reflecting each other, both learning, both healing, both longing for the same peace. You are not behind, you are exactly where you are meant to be. Soon, something will shift. You'll see a sign, maybe their initials, maybe a song you both loved, maybe a number that keeps repeating. When it happens, smile. It's the universe reminding you that this love story is still unfolding. For now, breathe in hope. Let light fill the spaces where pain once lived. You are loved, guided, and protected. The angels walk beside you, and your soulmate's heart is closer than you think. Because love, real, divine, and eternal, never truly ends. It only waits for both hearts to awaken to it again.